Good day. I don't know when y'all are gonna watch this, but I had to post a video because I've seen a lot of this Pokemon Go hate going around recently, where everyone's telling the people who are enjoying Pokemon Go to get a life, or be an adult and be mature and stop acting so childish. All right, if someone has a hobby and that hobby does not affect you, why do you care? Why do you care that someone's going around at 3 in the morning to go, catch an Eevee or catch whatever Pokemon they hope to be catching? Like, why does that bother you so much? Is it because you're such a miserable human being that you cannot find enjoyment in something as simple as going outside with your smartphone and throwing a Pokeball at some Pokemon that you've been trying to catch for the past half hour, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever the time duration is? Like, why does this bend you so out of shape that you have to complain about it every hour, every day, every week, whatever your complaint duration is, or the whatever the frequency of your complaints are? Like, what does that say about you that you have to take time out of your day to complain about something that you think is childish? Like, where does that put you on your own ranking system? You know, that shit just absolutely blows my mind. Like, if something doesn't affect you, why do you care? And that doesn't just relate to Pokemon Go too. Like any hobby, if someone is doing something that they enjoy, and that something does not affect anyone else around them, it's none of your business. Absolutely none of your business. Unless they're, robbing the homeless or anything else that would affect someone else, going out and murdering people, stealing from people. Oh, man, that just boils my blood. I'm gonna try and not turn this into some giant long anti hate video, but I know it's gonna turn out like that anyway, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Anyways, the 7-Eleven near me stopped carrying these for whatever reason, or unless they're just out of stock or whatever. But this is probably the best canned coffee in existence. I don't like black coffee. I never have. I probably never will. But most of Japan and almost anyone else that I know that drinks coffee drinks only black coffee. I mean, props to you. Like, if you really enjoy the taste, then props to you. I wish I liked black coffee, because black coffee is usually cheaper than getting the fancy cafe au lait, or however you pronounce that. But it's it's delicious, and I love canned coffee. So when I got here, I bought one of those like drip things where you put the so you have like your normal coffee pot, and then you put the filter inside some little or some like plastic device, and it rests over the coffee pot, and then you put your whatever ground coffee you want inside there, and then you pour the hot water over it. I'm sure there's a name for it. I don't know the name for it. I really don't care what the name is. I kind of do care what the name is. So if you know what it's called, tell me in the comments below. But you pour the hot water over it, and then the coffee drips through like that. So then you can also control how strong or how weak your coffee is. But that's too much work for me. Plus, I didn't get that until like a week later, and I already tried a couple of these canned coffees, and they are absolutely delicious. They're like a buck a piece too, so it's not that much more than buying like a bag of coffee grounds. So, but anyways, so what spurred this hate is there was a picture on Facebook, actually. Let me go back and find it again, because oh man, it just pissed me off to no end. So I can find it real quick. Where is it? It was basically so the first part I agree with. It was where is it? Oh, there it is. So it's kind of a long picture, but it basically says this is a private yard for tenants of this building only, not for Pokemon chasing. So I agree with that. If someone posts a sign, or it's a business that says "Do not come in here to catch Pokemon," you should respect that. And if you do not respect that, then you should face whatever consequences come along with that. Whatever's posted, whatever. I'm sure they're gonna make some sort of like announcement about this soon because of all the Darwin candidates that are driving and trying to catch Pokemon, or they're just not paying attention to their surroundings. I'm not going to comment too much about that because they'll probably get in trouble for it. But if you're driving and you crash into a pole or a tree because you're trying to catch a fucking Pokemon, you deserve that. I'm sorry, but you deserve that. If you're not paying attention to what you're doing, whatever the consequences for your actions are, you deserve. End rant for now. Or end that rant for now. But anyways, this is where it starts to go on to where I think the sheer audacity of these people that post crap like this is just absolutely beyond me. But anyways, uh, and it continues on with get a life and stay out of my yard. This whole Pokemon hunt is by far the stupidest thing I have ever seen, and I have lived through Hammer Pants, Crystal Pepsi, trickle down economics, the first past post electoral system, people taking Jean Christians. I don't know. It's GeanChrEtien. Seriously, I'm sure someone knows who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't really care who that is. The Macarena, the Millennium, which is I assume referring to the period of time where Will Smith was crazy popular. I like Will Smith. I think he's a good dude. Anyways, the presidency of George W. Bush and 10 seasons of CSI Miami. There is a bar up the street and around the corner. Go there, have a beer, and seriously think about your life choices. Okay, we're gonna dissect this bit by bit because it just blows my mind. All right, so first of all, to take the thing as a whole, you're complaining about something like I started the video off with does not affect you unless someone is in your yard. And the way that post is, or the way that picture, it's a picture of a poster. So someone also actually went out of their way to create this whole post, or to create this whole piece of literature about something that they think is a poor life choice and a waste of time and the stupidest thing that they have ever seen. So, so if you took time out of your day to create that about something that you think is a poor life choice and a waste of time and the stupidest thing that they have ever seen, what does that say about you? Like, one, not only are you shaming and putting down someone else for something that they enjoy, which coming from someone who was bullied all throughout grade school for crap like this does not sit well with me. Uh, so telling someone to get a life and so the get a life and stay out of my yard, all right, that is wrong. All right, telling someone to get a life, they have a life. They're playing Pokemon. If they're not sacrificing their job or shirking their responsibilities to do so, and that is their hobby, let them be. Let them be. If your hobby is to drink beer and complain to your wife and kids, or complain to your cat if you have no wife and kids, because I'm sure if you're this miserable, you probably don't have a significant other, and if you do, that significant other is probably just as miserable as you are. Fume, Q anime fume animations. So, like I said, the first part I agree with. If there's a sign posted saying, please do not trespass or do not come onto these premises to catch Pokemon because of, it's a hospital, it's a police station, or maybe someone just doesn't want people in their yard at night because they have kids, they have babies, they have animals, whatever. If something's posted with that saying, politely, mind you, to not come into my yard because I have, XYZ, or it just says don't come into my yard, then you should obey that. You should respect that person's wishes. It is catching a Snorlax or a fucking Eevee or a Caterpie or a fucking Magikarp even. Doesn't supersede the wishes of that person and their private property. It's that person's property, and they dictate to a certain extent, obviously. You can't just build a fucking amusement park in your backyard. And that person dictates how their property is used or isn't used. So you should obey that and respect that person's wishes. That I agree with. Telling someone to get a life and to stay out of my yard. It just makes you sound like that miserable old person, or just that miserable person who's like, "Oh, get off my lawn, you stupid kids," and just complains every day about that, like the most asinine thing. Oh, those kids are going around blasting their rap music, or these kids are going around and playing the street and skateboarding everywhere. All right, just cool it. Just do whatever you enjoy doing. If you don't have anything that you enjoy doing, find something that you enjoy doing besides making other people feel crappy about themselves and putting down other people for something that they enjoy that does not hurt anyone else but themselves, if it hurts themselves. Pokemon catching, unless you're a Darwin candidate and you drive off a fucking bridge, does not hurt yourself. Pokemon Go is probably one of the best things to happen to society in a while. It gets people outside that would normally go outside. It gets them exercise because the creators made the code so you can't just sit somewhere. Well, you can sit somewhere, but it's like a fraction of the effectiveness of actually moving around. And for some of the things, like I guess hatching the eggs, I haven't played it yet because I'm obviously here in Japan, and the Japanese servers for whatever reason aren't live yet. But that's another story and another complaint. Not really a complaint, just a story. So it makes people be active who aren't normally active because obviously they don't go outside because they have no reason to go outside because they don't like being outside, they don't like the weather, they don't like the heat, they have medical issues, whatever. But they don't go outside normally. So those people that don't go outside normally don't normally get exercise, or if they do, not any sort of cardio. There's been numerous stories on Facebook and the news or whatnot, and obviously you have to take everything like that with a grain of salt because it's the internet and it's the news. And people have lost not an extraordinary amount of weight, but they've lost weight just playing this game, and you can see it in their face that they're truly ecstatic and overjoyed by this, that they're going outside and they're active and they're doing something that they actually enjoy doing. Number 3, with going along with the first two, people that don't normally get social interaction, whether they have social interaction issues, whether they're shy, whether they're embarrassed, they suck at small talk, whatever the issue is or whatever the reason is to why they normally don't get social interaction. This game brings them that, especially in populated areas or even like rural areas, because I'm sure in the rural areas people have to go out to other areas to find whatever they're looking for, a gym, a Pokestop, a certain Pokemon, whatever. It gets people to interact that wouldn't normally interact, especially groups of people that normally either keep to themselves or they just don't like other people. They go out and they are forced, well, not really forced to interact with other people, but they have the opportunity to interact with other people who share a common interest. And these people wouldn't normally share any sort of common interest, or they wouldn't go out of their way to talk to these people who they don't share an interest with. But with Pokemon Go, they now share an interest. Oh, hey, so two people, there are a group of people seeing each other in the park. A group of young kids or and like a middle-aged banker or something like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know who all plays Pokemon Go. I assume it's a lot, obviously, because most people who are my age or older grew up with the original 151 Pokemon. Like, grew up with the first gen Pokemon. So now that you can go out and catch those Pokemon, like most of us dreamed of, being a Pokemon trainer, but then we got slapped in the face by the cruel hand of reality, and made you realize that world wasn't real at the time. In terms of reality, it's still not real, but with the whole virtual reality stuff finally finally taking off, that is, you can actually go around and catch Pokemon. Granted that they're virtual, but you can still go around and do it, and you can train them, and you can battle gyms, you can get together with friends, and it's done so much for people who either have issues meeting other people, who have issues going outside or being active. By far is this. I mean, and there's obviously going to be people in any sort of hobby or activity that just take it way too far, that shirk their responsibilities at home or their job or just life in general, and only focus on this. If you're a single dude and you have no other responsibilities but to yourself, then I say go for it. If you want to, travel the world and catch Pokemon, go for it. If you don't have any people or animals who are dependent upon you, then hey, follow your dreams, man. Follow your dreams. But if you do have responsibilities and you do have dependents, whether those be loved ones or family members or animals, then you have a duty to provide and to be with those people that have devoted their lives to you, or have become a part of your life. And you shouldn't just shirk those responsibilities just to go out and catch Pokemon. If you have free time, hey, have a blast. Go out at 3 in the morning, or do whatever whenever, as long as you aren't being negligible in your other responsibilities. So I don't know. It's stuff like that. Just it just boils my blood. There's just so much hate in the world already. Like, we don't need someone else to hate on something else that's completely harmless to other people. Obviously, setting aside the whole Darwinism aspect, as long as you're not a moron, it's not going to harm other people. So we don't need someone else to hate on that. We don't need someone else to hate on someone else's hobby because they don't like it, or they think it's a waste of time. You're allowed to think it's a waste of time. You're allowed to think whatever you want. Just don't put down other people because you are a miserable fuck. Okay? Like, oh man, this just it drives me insane. So it's looking at 19 minutes now, so that's 19 minutes of me complaining. Fabulous. Not really complaining. I guess kind of complaining. It's more or less kind of just setting my record straight, and I guess putting my viewpoint on this. I don't know. Man, it just pisses me off. Like, how dare you have the audacity to put down someone else for their hobby, and to make them feel bad about something that they enjoy. Like, it's when you meet someone, whether someone that you have a romantic interest in, or just interest in being their friend, and they get all excited about talking about something, and then and then all of a sudden they stop, and they kind of look up at you, and then they kind of look down to the sides, or they just look away from you and avoid your gaze, and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry for going off about that. I'm sure you don't care. That person was put down for something that they enjoy, and they now feel shame for something that they used to feel such enjoyment and and such joy and such happiness from talking about or experiencing. But because someone stifled that flame, they now feel shame for what they used to feel enjoyment for. And that that just pisses me off to absolutely no extent. Anyways, so have a lovely what day is it? It is Monday here actually. Huh. It's I'm on I'm on break for now. Oh God, sorry. I'm on. I still have my work days, but I don't. So I have work days until like the first week of August, I think. So my just a little quick thing before I end it. My work days, I have to stay at home in case one of the schools needs me. Then my company can call me in and say, "Hey, look, one of the schools needs you. We need you to go there today, tomorrow, sometime this week." So I can't travel on my work days unless I take holidays. I'm I don't really know much more than that. I don't really. As long as I stay home and I don't go anywhere, I'm fine. In case the company or one of the schools needs to call me in for something, whether it's a last minute lesson or just to help out with some sort of summer camp thing. So, anyways, thanks for watching and thanks for putting up with my complaints and my my irate attitude about people who put other people down for something that they enjoy. So have a nice Monday. Yeah, have a nice Monday. Thanks again for watching. If you want to keep up with me and my either complaints or my Japan experience or just anything that I do and post on here, then please feel free to subscribe to me. And if you want to see something specific, please comment below. Um, I'd be more than happy to try and film something or show you something that you would like to see. Obviously, if it's within my power to do so, I will make my best attempt to do it, especially now that I have free time until I think September, I think it is. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and have a lovely Sunday.